So hello and welcome to Heathrow Terminal 5. I'm here for another trip, heading out of course on British Airways. I hope you'll come and join me and have a look at what it's like to fly in Europe on a long haul aircraft that's being used on a flight to Frankfurt. So having arrived on the Heathrow Express, I headed up to Terminal 5, walked along the terminal, past all the check-in desks to the very end, to Area J, which is the first class wing. I'm lucky enough to have a British Airways Gold card, which comes not from spending loads of money, but just being a little bit crafty about how I book my tickets and get some good value runs and some tier points. So I was in the first class wing through security, having a look out over the airport ramp and then straight into the first class lounge in Terminal 5, which is a great facility, and that first wing taking you straight in there. Really handy. Good selection of drinks and snacks in the lounge. I had a meeting to join as I was working that morning, but it was great to be able to be served some food and drink. No alcohol, of course, for me in those circumstances, but I had a look around the lounge. Not allowed in the Concord room, but good to see the facilities that are there nonetheless. So it was soon time to leave the lounge and head across to my gate, C for Charlie 5-2, that's in the C gate. So I took the train, which was very disrupted, very busy, wasn't really able to film, but up the escalators, bumped into this robotic cleaner cleaning Terminal 5 in the C pier. It was heading towards a number of passengers, slightly alarmed them, but a bit of fun nonetheless. There's our plane on gate C 5-2. I came through the electronic gate and then made my way down the escalator onto quite a long pier, which I walked down past the 777 on a long haul flight and onto our aircraft, the 787-9.
So, welcome aboard this British Airways Dreamliner. I'm in C11K, it's a 787-9. Very short flight across to Frankfurt. Pretty unusual to have this type of aircraft on this type of flight, which of course is why I'm here in the first place. Great to see the flight boarding pretty punctually. A couple of bits of disruption around the airport today, hopefully not affecting us. Planes taking off from just outside my window here on runway 09. Right, and hopefully we'll be joining that queue very soon.
So a very short taxi from the sea gates at Terminal 5 to the threshold of runway 09 right, taking off over South London, Kent, and passing Dover, over the English Channel, France, Belgium, just to the south of Brussels and Liège, and over the border into Germany, beginning our descent, flying over the German city of Mainz and then approaching Frankfurt. Runway 07 right was our runway, and straight off that runway onto our stand with a very short taxi. And another passenger sent me these shots of our plane as it prepared to take off from Heathrow. So we soon settled down for this short flight across to Frankfurt. A very comfy seat, a long haul aircraft on a short haul flight. What is there to complain about? Well, actually there was, because we had no catering and the food had turned up in containers for an Airbus A320. They didn't fit on the aircraft, they couldn't load the food, and this was my lunch. A tiny bag of pretzels and 1 cup of water, and that was it. So before long we were approaching Frankfurt, ready to land on that runway 07 right. Quite nice weather in Frankfurt, a bit of a bump as you'll see now when we land.
So welcome here to Frankfurt. The 787 Dreamliner just behind me just got off and headed up the jetty. I'm going to head through immigration now here in Germany and go and have a look at the railway network.